Picture this, a single, dull little 5-cent coin tucked into a junk drawer. A coin you've probably dropped under couch cushions 100 times. The 2017 Jefferson nickel. To most people it's just pocket change, but to the eyes of a sharp collector or a lucky finder, it can be the ticket to a jaw-dropping payday. Not because every 2017 nickel is valuable, but because hidden inside a sea of common strikes are rare varieties, mint errors, and flawless mint state survivors that can suddenly turn that clinking coin into a headline-grabbing sale. Don't let the plain obverse and familiar Monticello fool you. 2017 was a heavy production year. Millions were struck at Philadelphia and Denver. Yet that very mass production is what makes finding a gem so cinematic. If a tiny die break, an unusual doubling, or a spectacularly sharp and circulated strike lands on one of those millions, you suddenly move from the bottom of the supply curve to the scarce, high-demand end. The mintage numbers show how common general strikes are, but they also explain why collectors feverishly hunt for the tiny percentage of error coins and top-graded pieces that escape the churning presses. Here's where the drama gets real. Error coins from 2017 turn up on auction pages and marketplaces with wildly different price tags, sometimes in the hundreds, sometimes in the thousands, depending on how obvious, dramatic, and market-verified the error is. A doubled die, a large die crack, a failed zero, or a bizarre planchette anomaly can transform a coin from face value to headline-worthy, and collectors will pay premiums because those mistakes are finite and thrilling to own. The online marketplace is the theater where ordinary nickels become showstoppers. That said, the real money isn't made by mere hope. It's made by knowledge and patience. Learn where to look rolls, circulation finds, bank wrappers, estate boxes. Learn the markers of collectible varieties, how the doubling appears, where die chips usually show. And never underestimate the value of professional grading. A raw coin that might get shrugged off in a pocket could become a 5-figure headline, once certified by a major grading service. So your best bet is to educate yourself. Photograph crisply, and when you think you've got something, submit it for authentication. Imagine lifting a nickel that shimmers with sharp detail, free of hairlines and handling marks, a mint state monster. The mint state market is brutal and beautiful. A 2017 nickel graded MS67 or MS68 with original luster and perfect strike can fetch prices that make casual collectors blink, and those auction results are the proof. People do pay for perfection. If your coin survives decades of pockets and rolls in near-flawless condition, you're not selling nostalgia, you're selling scarcity and impeccable condition, which collectors reward in cold, hard cash. But let's be blunt, most 2017 nickels are common, and most common coins stay common. The magic happens when rarity meets story. Did your coin come from an uncirculated roll sealed for decades? Did you find a doubled die where the date or the word Liberty is ghosted behind itself? Did it show a beehive or fildo or a crazy off-metal planchette? Those micro-stories are the hooks that auction houses and YouTube coin channels eat up. They're the narratives collectors attach to coins when bidding wars erupt. If you want to play the role of treasure hunter, get equipped. A loop at least 10x, good lighting, reference guides, and a thick skin for rejection, because you'll misidentify many potential finds until you learn the differences between true doubled dies and machine doubling, between die chips and post-strike damage. Join forums, post crisp photos, and learn the jargon. The community will help you separate dramatic error coins from ordinary dings. It's a skill that pays. The more accurate your identifications, the more likely you are to spot coins that actually sell for big money. Let's get spicy. Some 2017 double die or die break examples have been listed for hundreds to thousands on marketplace sites, and once authenticated and graded, they've crossed the auction block at eye-popping numbers. The headline sales are the reason everyone dreams of a backyard find turning into instant wealth. But remember, listing price and realized sale price can differ. Hype inflates interest, authentication and reputation shrink doubt, and the right timing and platform specialist auction houses. Certified listings can make the difference between a modest sale and a life-changing payday. Now visualize the exact moment you pry open a dusty cigar box. Your fingers brush a bright 2017 nickel, and under magnification there's a clear double deer, a crisp die crack across Monticello, or a filled zero that only specialists have cataloged. Your pulse jumps because you know this isn't common. That visceral thrill is part of the coin hobby's DNA, the heart-stopping possibility that a mundane piece of metal could rewrite your bank balance. The rest is skill. Document, authenticate, grade, and market. Don't be naive about overnight riches. Real gains come from rigorous steps, high-resolution photos, a provenance story where you found it, third-party authentication, and picking the right selling channel. If you try to sell a rare coin on a busy marketplace without any paperwork, you'll attract lowball offers and skeptics. But if you get the coin slabbed by PCGS or NGC, write an honest listing, and put it in front of dedicated collectors, the sale narrative changes. Buyers bid on trust as much as on the metal. The catch that keeps this hobby honest, many so-called rare varieties are debated among numismatists. Is that doubling a real double die or just machine doubling? Is that scratch a post-mint bruise or a die crack from the press? That gray area is where expertise pays. You will survive many false alarms before scoring a real rarity. Treat those false alarms like free lessons in your education toward the one coin that changes everything. Let's talk numbers for a minute. General estimates for circulated 2017 nickels often put them near face value to a few dollars, unless an error or high grade is present. But premium examples and audited error varieties can command multiples, sometimes dramatic multiples of that. Websites that track coin values show a wide range, depending on strike type and condition, from pocket change to 4 or 5 figure curiosities, depending on verifiable characteristics. This volatile range is why collectors obsess over tiny diagnostic marks. So how do you increase your odds? Search smarter, target and touch change from bank rolls, estate sale boxes labeled coins, and older collections where 2017 pieces might have been stored uncirculated. Visit coin shows and talk to dealers. Sometimes they'll trade you knowledge for a few coins. Keep records of serial numbers and provenance if the coin came from a roll or hoard. Provenance adds a spicy premium to the story you'll tell buyers later. Practice makes possibility. The more places you look, the higher your chance of finding that singular coin that detonates the market. When you actually find something that looks special, photograph everything, obverse, reverse, edges, and any marks, then take those photos to forums, grading company submission guides, and coin experts. There's a difference between a promising photo and a coin graded MS67 by a respected lab. Buyers pay for the latter. Having the coin slabbed is like getting a passport for collectors. It verifies identity, preserves condition, and signals trust. Do it, even if it costs a bit. That expense can multiply your ultimate sale value. Here's a secret pro tip: timing matters. Auction cycles, collector interest, and even social media trends can inflate prices unexpectedly. If a respected YouTuber highlights a certain 2017 variety, suddenly demand spikes and collectors scramble. Selling into a hot market can make a profitable difference. Keep your finger on collector communities and watch completed sales, not just listing prices, to get a realistic sense of what buyers actually pay. Let's not gloss over scams and pitfalls. Some sellers overstate errors or manipulate photos to make normal wear look like doubling. Some buyers make emotional purchases only to be burned by later authentication. Always insist on independent verification, and be wary of too good to be true buy now offers. If someone promises you immediate 7-figure deals for a raw nickel with no paperwork, smile politely and walk away. Real numismatic fortunes are built on verifiable rarity and market trust, not on hype alone. The joy of coin hunting is not just the money, it's the chase, the sudden hush when you realize you might be holding something rare, and the community thrill when a surprising find is authenticated. For many, the hobby is a blend of archaeology, detective work, and market strategy. But when the stars align, the right variety, the right grade, the right beer, that humble 2017 nickel can indeed change your day, your month, or in rare instances, your life. If you want to capitalize, create a plan, educate yourself on varieties and errors, collect and inspect coins habitually, document and authenticate promising pieces, and demarket them to the right audience. Repeat that cycle and you'll improve your hit rate. The coins that make people rich overnight are almost always the result of a long sequence of careful steps and some wildly good luck. Treat luck like an occasional amplifier to a practice skill set. When you finally list a slabbed, authenticated 2017 rarity, expect drama, bidding wars, last-minute offers, and a spike in attention from dealers and enthusiast collectors. It's intoxicating. But after the confetti, be smart about fees, shipping, insurance, and taxes. Convert your coin windfall into long-term security by counting net proceeds, not headline sale prices. Celebrate the find, then plan for the responsibility of handling real money. So keep searching, keep learning, and keep dreaming, because while most 2017 Nickels will jingle along as pocket change. The very next one you inspect might be the exception, a rare doubled die, a dramatic error, or a flawless mint-state survivor that makes collectors reach for their wallets. That's the thrill of this world, the possibility that ordinary metal in your palm can become an extraordinary story, and sometimes, just sometimes, it can make your fortunes change overnight.